Hey guys, I am Kyle. In today's video, I am going to show you how to make all alphabet in Infinite Craft fastest method. Alright, so before we can craft the letters, there is something that we need to craft first. So it would be water and water right here, so that we would have lake, and then earth plus fire to create lava, and then add it with water to create light stone, and then combine it with lake to create lighthouse. And then once you have lighthouse, what you want to do is to combine it with boulder, so it would be stone and stone, and then combine it with boulder right here. You'd have Statue of Liberty. Once you have the Statue of Liberty, what you need to do is combine it with water, and then combine it with fire, and then once you get 911, so you would need to duplicate 911 right here, and you would have 922. Once you have 922, you want to duplicate it again and then add it so that you'd have 1844. Once you have 1844, you want to duplicate that, and then you want to add fire to this one right here so that you'd have 22. And then once you have this, you want to add 922 into that one, and then now you have number 1. But what we need is number 1 and 10. So how do we make number 10? It's very simple. All you have to do is duplicate number 1 and then duplicate it again so that you will be able to combine them. You'd be able to create 2. And then once you have 2, then you would need to add 1 into it to create 3. And then once you have 3, you would need to combine it with 2 again to create 5. And then you want to combine it with 2 again to create 7, and then add it with 3, and now you have 10. So we would need 1 and 10. So let's just put this aside here for now. And now that we have 1 and 10, so now we got 2 of what we need to craft before we can make the alphabet. So let's proceed with the rest. So it would be earth plus water right here. And then what you want to do when you have plant, you want to go for plant plus plant right here so that you'd have tree. And then you want to go for tree plus water right here so that you'd have river. And once you have river, you want to add earth into it to create delta. And then you want to put this aside. So now let's proceed with river plus a tree right here to create paper. Once you have paper, duplicate it to create book. And then once you have book, you want to go and add it with delta. And then once you have alphabet, you want to combine it with a book to create dictionary, and combine alphabet with dictionary. And then once you have language, combine it with water. And then you'd have spit. So this is what you need, and you want to set this aside. The next thing is we're going to go for earth and wind to create dust, and then duplicate dust to create sand, and we want to also put this aside. So now let's proceed to the next one, which is dust plus earth right here, and then you'd have planet, then duplicate the planet to create star, and this is what we also need. We're going to set this aside. And then the next one is a fire and wind right here, and then once you have smoke, add plant into it. So we have plant, and then once you have incense, add sand. And then once you have snake, add dictionary. And then you'd have anagram. So you want to set this aside also. And now let's proceed. So the next one is we're going to go for fire. And then we would need planet. And then once you have sun, duplicate sun to create sunflower. Once you have sunflower, add smoke. And then once you have smoke signal, add wind. And then you want to go and duplicate also the message to create letter. And then you want to put this aside. And then the next thing is we're going to go for plant plus wind. So we're going to do this. And then once you have dandelion, add tree. And then once you have wish, add tree again to create money. And once you have money, you want to add star into money to create fame. Once you have fame, you want to put anagram. And then once you have name, you want to combine it with spit. So we're just going to duplicate this right here, and you'd have surname. And then once you have surname, you want to combine it with number 1. And then there you have it, have first. So the next thing that we're going to do is now we're going to use first. And then once you have this one, you want to duplicate this, and then you'd get second, and then you'd get third or fourth right here. So you want to make sure that you have 1 to 26. So we'll be making that. So the first one is first right here. So we're going to do that. And then second right there. So first, second, and then we would need third. So we would need to combine it with 1 and 2. So first and second to create third right here, and fourth. And we would need a fifth. So we would need to go fourth right here, and then combine it with first right there. And now we have fifth. And then we can go with sixth right here, combine it again. And yeah, basically you just need to combine this and add the first into it right here, 7th, 8th right here. So yeah, the process would just go on right here until you get into 26. And now we're almost done. All that's left is number 26. So if you do it like this, 25 and first, it would be Christmas. So you don't want to do it that way. What you want to do is go for 24 and second right here so that you'd have 26th. So once you have this, all you have to do now is add the letter into them. So you want to duplicate a letter and add it into 1. And then as you can see, it will become A. And all you have to do is just repeat the process right here. All right, so now once you are done combining the letters into the numbers, then it should look like this. And I also cleaned up the space here a little. And then as you can see, all of it right here is not actually correct. As you can see, the J right here. So after, before the K, as you can see, this one should be J. So this one is wrong. So we're going to remove this one and also the L right here and the N and the O. So these are the only letters that is wrong, but don't worry, we have a solution for that. So it's very simple. All you have to do is find number 10 and right here, this is why we need number 10 and then letter A right here, which is this one. So we're going to duplicate that and combine it with 10. You would have J, and now we have J right here. And then the next thing is I and combine it with J, and then you'd have L. So we now have L. And then the next thing is we would need L and M right here to create N. And now we have N. And now let's proceed to getting O right here, which is the only one that's missing. So you need to go for 10 right here and then add a first and then another first right here. So add another first to create 12, and then another first to create 13, add another first to create 14, and lastly add another to create 15. So once you have 15th, then you would need to go search for alphabet right here. So you would need the alphabet right here. So here it is. And then you want to combine it with 15, and then there you have it. You now have O, and now we have our alphabet complete right here. So that is basically it on this video. I hope this video helped you out.